Hi, my name is Scott, and I've been a science and medical writer for over 10 years. Here I'd like to discuss the difference between an abstract and an author's summary. The latter is sometimes called a significance paragraph. Simply put, an abstract is for professional scientists, and an author's summary is for any intelligent adult audience. An abstract can be structured or unstructured. Structured simply means with headings, as in medicine, whereas unstructured means with no headings, as in science. To organize an unstructured manuscript, I recommend something similar to the following. One sentence each that conveys the broad importance of your work, a main limitation of prior work in your field, how you solved this limitation, one or more main findings. There could be several sentences here, and how your research can be applied. Minimize jargon. In other words, write by using language that any pertinent scientist would understand, not simply specialists in your field. How specialized should your language be? That depends on your target journal. If you're publishing in a widely read interdisciplinary journal such as Nature, any scientific audience should understand the purpose and utility of your work. An ancient Greek archaeologist, a high-energy physicist, and a cell biologist should all understand what you did and why it's important. If you're publishing in a more specialized journal, using organic letters as an example, write for any organic chemist, not simply specialists in the reaction at hand. Some journals have special requirements for abstracts, such as a 50-word limit. You might need to revise my style to meet such guidelines. I recommend that you organize an author summary similarly, except here you're not writing for professional scientists, and you will need to change your language accordingly. For example, cell components is language that any molecular or cell biologist would understand. However, general audiences would misinterpret cell components as cells that are proficient in their function, which is obviously incorrect. This is an example of a result from an abstract in PLOS computational biology. We demonstrate OpenCap's practical utility through a 100-subject field study where a clinician using OpenCap estimated musculoskeletal dynamics 25 times faster than a laboratory-based approach at less than 1% of the cost. This is an example of a result from an author's summary of the same manuscript. We validate OpenCap against laboratory-based measurements and show its usefulness for applications including screening for disease risk, evaluating intervention efficacy, and informing rehabilitation decisions. The first presents numbers that are relatable to any scientist, whereas the second uses qualitative descriptions that are more pertinent to general audiences. Both of these differ from a one-sentence significance statement, which is just a brief take-home message. They're also different from a press release. The most important elements of a press release are an attention-grabbing title and a 1 or 2 sentence lead that conveys the importance of your work and the take-home message for general audiences. Other than that, the press release can be in basically any style. But keep it short, use simple language, and perhaps add 1 or 2 quotes from a scientist who is involved in the work. I would be happy to convey other scientific publication advice in future videos. Thank you.